Oh yeah, Talking Point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well on for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
Yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. Today again we get some serious Komon-Tok then. One of the talk where we get for can look into na the sort of warning, like an appeal and advice where the presidential spokesperson, where na Dr. Alpha Khan, they say APC need for good take them sit in a parliament, and if they not go, may then just forget it. Then go find way for put other people in there. Secondly, we go look at the protests will take place today in Brussels, and also we look at President Julius Madabio in summit now Italy, and we understand from the deputy information and the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education say President Madabio don't go get 10 million euro we attend the conference. And also we go look at ECSL. Now don't congratulate the people of Sierra Leone, but then put something there in part and press release we have to say una need for a. And also we go still look at some videos and push this na issue. Yeah. You can see some videos there where we compile. Quite challenging anyway. So with all this and more, plus you comment, your observation, suggestion, we appreciate a welcome and yeah. And if not the first time this for January, this platform they for all Sierra Leoneans there. We there for talk about good governance, issues that we push we go before, and issues that we get the tendency for carry go before, carry go beyond. We the broadcast now two platform there. Within a Talking Point platform now Facebook. Talking Point platform, just search on just write you see and they follow we day, and also we day now YouTube TPP Leon, which I probably the watch, and so follow we as well, subscribe. But I highly recommend let's subscribe both side. On YouTube specifically, we get content there what they put on YouTube, when they put on Facebook. So I think it more good for lady visit YouTube faster than Facebook. And we'll go look at videos that we make rounds at the social media if time permits we. So as always, we'll not waste time. Will they come for them Padesha just now.
Talking Point platform for news everything now we country alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TTPTV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, TTPTV.
The election not done it. The Angova not done it. The drama not done it. Especially when APC take that decision not for participate at any level of governance with the SLPP, primarily the parliament. So the presidential spokesperson, what he talk in official capacity, now waiting President BOC. So look at this one. And not talk out of your own private, say me in my opinion. Say in my opinion, I know they talking directly as a presidential spokesperson, meaning this nine President BOD suggest or nine the plan or nine in the say, and I think we just get for area some of another area anyway, but we bring account to people who know area yet, and we can analyze the parts we actually mean we get deeper analysis. Law take from AYV. Courtesy.
months ago, when I dread me. No, I dread me. No, no want me. And of course, you know, go left me like be a free agent, so I go find club for play for. So, I beg when I say, me na Alpha can. I know say all of the policies one to put now, the decisions one take, they are wrong. Constitutionally wrong. Nothing other the way all water. None. Staying out of parliament is wrong. You've been voted for by your people. You tell them, say you want to go represent them. Then if you vote for me, I'm for go tell them, say me say they go represent you now. So they voted for you. Then today now you see you know the go. You are cheating your people. And it is not for today. Now for next time, we go and power, go to them. They say, not to that nobody who will vote for Friday, or that woman who will vote for you not coming again for we. But they are all look at that person. In Port Loko district, we are 550,000 people, 550. Now 10 seats we get. APC don't take 6, 60% of that for SLPP. So you want to tell me that those 60%, when people don't forget representation, because they follow an unlawful dictate. It's very, very unlawful. The Constitution will say that. Government has been sworn in. Government don't they, Parliament don't open. But the sad thing is that if we not go, those seats will not remain empty. Normally, if not be first past the post, they go declare them vacant after 30 days, 30 sittings, and then we go into what you call by-election. But with the PR, we don't get by-election. We have a list. In Port Loko, we can get 10 seats. We at the SLPP, we get 20 nominees for those seats. APC will not get 20. PDP, I think, say them 10 or something like that. So there are about 50 people who have been voted for to Parliament. Every single one of those 50 have been voted for. Not one of them vote for no more. They vote for everybody within that list. In fact, some of you within at the front will not get as many votes as people who are not in at the front today. So they equally have a right to go and represent their people because they are MPs elect, councillors elect. So if you don't go, the Constitution says when there is a vacancy, it must be filled. And how do you fill that? You go back to the list. The next person will be invited.
Okay.
And if they don't go, and the next, and the next, and the next, until all them 50, then they talk, say they know they go. So please, for your own sake, for your future, you are young people, go. And you talk to her. Please go.
Okay.
All
right, so Fambule, when I don't catch the message where they come up from Dr. Alfaka, when are the presidential spokesperson, simply puts this not the because I mean we don't follow politics. That's not just waiting SLPP to think about, waiting the government they think about. See, then go follow the constitution according to what you don't say. Then go fill in those spaces because this decision where APC takes so. It is send bad image for the president. They send bad image for the country. They send bad image for the democracy. And of course, when I know ECOWAS Parliament will not get forget representative day because another make be the ask Mohamed Bangura we can at this platform who say you're not the only person where they represent APC in a parliament. And you not need for send representative na AU Parliament, ECOWAS Parliament, Commonwealth. How you want go? I mean, how you want to do all this? Now, a question we not be able to answer anyway. So perhaps waiting SLPP they look at based on this information where they come up from Alpha Car, then go invite the other political parties then for go inside. So take two man our opposition party then, and that then go send them for go represent the opposition while sense go same person. So that in the alternative thing way they want to do so that I make it a call on APCC no need for going to parliament. And he even say now cheating, they cheat the people. Very strong word, and obviously diplomatic. And he also you say that they violate the constitution because not also the constitution say, and it unlawful. All what APC they do so now according to the eyes of the government. Illegal, unlawful. This now waiting Alpha Kasi, and not to me say now waiting talk and waiting the president, waiting the government they say now it can release. So let just make it clear. Anything where the president's official spokesperson of the president they talk in official capacity now waiting they don't agree on because in go sit under a talk without the consent of boss. So let's just get down the clear. All right. We don't forget about that. We just thought and fit for bring and Cantona. Of course, Una said no. Say there was a protest this morning where we cover Naya. Unfortunately, we'll not be able to get them perfect, but at least people appreciate. At least they're able to get some sort of semblance of the scenes will be they take place now Europe Day. But waiting them pull according to their law listen, waiting them say they don't succeed when they do the protest. Law Eriba waiting them say the Save Our Democracy protest. Law Eriba waiting the rest and the people away go by the protest see. Law waiting them say.
Mr. Bakaki content and chairman and Ingo literally out pre-ready by the committee for put the ideas there together and forward it.
Yes, good talk. Okay, furthermore, we also explain to them what we want for me and do. We tell them about the targeted sanctions and they explain to me how that will work. For say after they got all the information they are to the Amnesty International and all the bodies and what they recommend, they say they go for Sidom and then go invite me again for get a session with the European parliamentarians, and that's what they said. Good talk. Yes.
And I clap for that.
So they go invite me.
We have photo go
We have photo and explain to them. That was the first thing we always want for all kind of parliament here. Now we sit down before the MPs and now we explain to them, they understand properly. So thank God they don't tell me how we should go about getting that from for go on. So they say after them sit down listen to we. Definitely, they will see also them for target sanctions them and Uda the responsible way for target specifically. So they make it very, very clear to me. So that's a very, very good news for me. If you want, neither they can do no so. And I thank you, yeah.
We are listening message. The king the talk.
Hello. First of all, I want to say thank you to the leadership where take up this responsibility. Because in life, everybody needs to take responsibility. You know, mean say bow back. Now you for do and now you for do. No. Once it comes to very, very good. And when I come, when the team will go, hey, I never go, I say no. You want to do it. Because I'm the only one. Just like when
Teamwork.
And I appreciate them.
Yes.
Where we coordinate with America, England, all over. This is the way the SLPP fight for kind of power. And internet they use. They use all the means they will get in the best America and the best now, but then they see government back.
Social media.
But the good thing for we know they do for them to see them back. But the thing that when they do, it justifies. Then the thing that when they do not justify. And 150 I want to tell everybody, when Timana go do so as they don't justify all the fight for the past 5 years.
Yes.
Everything we don't say about them, they don't prove them.
Yes.
So that's why I don't say, nobody talk, nobody lie in the life. They don't justify. They prove the evidence today. So now, the other message I get from all the
Message, important to analyst.
Now demonstrate now Americans.
Yes.
Because we're successful at the Senate. We don't demonstrate in England. As of number 10, it gets university. Today we're in the European Parliament.
Indeed.
It was successful. Not to block, no storm and nobody. Now we need all the killing here don't take place. and the ICC they in charge. And inside the ICC they. Holland. So we need for us again another big demonstration.
Yes.
Everybody gets ready, prepared, and the time to get the dates. And when we get the dates,
totally agree.
And yet, it will be super because the reason is now Dengue will take charge for any individual who commits crime.
Yes.
And we sabi the individual they will kill, not so.
Yes.
We sabi the individual they will kill democracy, not so.
Sure.
We know them, we sabi them.
For sure.
So we'll count them by name, by pictures, you understand, by numbers, tell them also we sabi them. We know them by face, we know them by any means so they feel.
All right, Fumble, that was Adebayo where they wrap up the interview there, the statements there in submission. One of the things they way they look at, they say the European Parliament don't agree for listening to them concerns them. One of the things where them put now targeted sanction, but white man and not they just do things abruptly. They're not they just rush just because you don't go talk. What they then say, then they investigate. And after that, and they ask credible institutions like the Amnesty International, get fact, and then go look into that. And then say then go for sit with them again for make at least they're able get a clear picture because say the European Parliament close today, something like that. And when they come back, then go invite them for make at least then go get word from them. But my own personal view, as I say, like this protest, it put body because I remember the previous protest where they called a handful of people and turn up. But this one, people that actually, of course, a lot of people they expect huge crowd. Honestly, family. Thank you guys in advance. The YouTubers on air pusher, please. All right. So the point what they make here is the previous protest where Adebayo be called in Brussels, they be all water. That was like very few people. But this one, a lot of people turn out. But the point, thousands of people they expect thousands of people because given the way people they act on social media, they not bad it turn out, but then for people they expect more than that anyway. But when I look at the three protests in America and UK, I think I give kudos to UK. People in UK then really turn out in good numbers. The people that wait on there for a long time then say this probably now one of the best or unprecedented number of people away actually because the truth is the country are now very busy. They're very busy. If you miss one day, particularly working days, then Monday, now big issue. Now most some man go don't miss $200, £200, some man £150, some man £300, depend on how they pay you. So you see, so now you sacrifice people in the make, and I believe say the message don't they go. But let me jump into the next one. Whilst all this be, President Julius Maada Bio step in Italy. Instead receive people, you see, people instead receive welcome. Some, all right, of course, we look at roughly like 15, 20 SLPP supporters and then go welcome the president, and the president make a statement on the conference. But I'll just take a look on this. I get this from Duklin Babashek. Now we just
be strong woman there. Things they go faster.
Yes.
So when they don't educate them, they don't educate, they can do something.
Yes.
As with the European, I don't know what they tell you, say you go drive motor car where you are illiterate. They can go see something and they say danger, don't go that way, then you go that way. It's danger. So a president that has come to educate our children, for me they go able to get something for the future. Not to provoke kapu no more eat today, corruption. No. We want our children to be educated.
Good talk,
Very happy for that. Please, at the beg when I'm going to give the president, let's give peace a chance. The good work where that begin, like continue. Let me want to talk to us. So me, Miriam, there was a time I carried me in law in Nigeria. When I go to the airport, because me have been in Nigeria, yes, but I know that's the airport that we can come. First airport, at least. Yes. We're not going to shame for care somebody going to salon no more.
No.
Because when you reach the airport, so when they say the cannot do nothing, the cannot do nothing. Can you compare that airport to that road the way they don't make it? That's all road where we all graphic. They say, let's see there. They don't for pay that debt day.
Imagine.
Can you imagine?
First of all, good afternoon to everybody. Okay, today.
How are you?
Thank you for the introduction and for setting the stage for the rest of the session. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First, let me thank the United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, for the invitation accorded me, and the government of Italy for its leadership in hosting this very first United Nations Food Systems Stock Movement, and also use this occasion to say a big thank you to the role-based agencies. In 2021, the global community resolved to transform our food system towards a shared commitment for accelerated progress to the Sustainable Development Goals. But in the face of persistent global crisis, it is fitting that we are gathered here today to take stock of where we are on this commitment we made just over 2 years ago. One of the devastating effects of the crisis is the growing food insecurity in the world, especially in developing countries. Children, as you all know, are often disproportionately impacted. With over 150.
All right, so Fambule, as soon as I don't get time, that President Bio attend the summit, but we see on Twitter where the former press secretary, when the deputy minister of information and civic education, a tweet. Let's see what he tweets. And this tweet, it say, at the high-level session on school meals in Rome, German government has announced the two countries, Sierra Leone and Laos, will benefit from 22 million euros to support school feeding program for the next 5 years. This is a resounding confidence in President Bio. All right, so this now the achievements where President Bio will get, according to Keke Toma, where the German government they promise for give 22 million euro in the next 5 years. Normally, now so the money they are they come, they know they just send them. They take 5 years. Now process maybe then get for do a lot of paperwork, a lot of assessments, a lot of feasibility assessments, studies, and then they begin disperse the money. Then they by piecemeal up to 5 years. So if in the Shiba between two countries, Salon go get 11 million, don't let us they go 11 million. Well, this I believe say now a positive step, at least money done the can of the country when it comes to education, because very important. Mind you, the government's not able to get all the resources for. I mean, we still get challenges then. So then don't know that the money how they come. I think it will make a difference if they put it at the right place for improve on their education. A very important. All right. Now, let we move on to another word from the Chief Electoral Commissioner. Now this the Chief Electoral Commissioner get for say but Salone people about the election. Now, I will come and take my time up for let people understand this content. All right, very good. I think gonna this year now loud and clear. This then put this today on Twitter, so we run utan for now. The press release today, July 24. The Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone will once more like to thank all Sierra Leoneans for participating peacefully in the June 24, 2023 multi-tier elections. We would also like to thank the government of Sierra Leone for honoring its responsibilities for financing over 90% of the cost of the elections. We thank our development partners who contributed to the multilateral partners fund used to support civil society organizations and complementary activities like voter education and inclusion. All these activities led to the large voter turnout observed across the country. So, according to NEC, the government of Salone, 90% of all the money we then use come up from Salone. In other words, this now the election, this where truly na Salone people sponsor. Now we money, 90% of money, now we pull. We put now 10% come up from development partners. We then contribute, then give civil societies, then give on civic education, sensitization. We, according to them, make a lot of people and turn out for go vote. But let's move on, lawyer youth and say further on this one. Now they say whilst the ECSL awaits the final reports of the various accredited observer missions, we note the repetitive calls, mostly indirectly from some quarters, urging the ECSL to make actions that do not fall under the laws of Sierra Leone. Now, what does this mean? You know, the Carter Foundation don't they tweets, don't they ask repeatedly. So this now like now int Salone is getting interesting, man. You know. So ECSL they pull int now per Qatar and new and other people and say then they ask them for do something when no day inside the law. In other words, you know, say Qatar and they ask and say them for real. The American governments have don't ask them for follow waiting Qatar say the Qatar Foundation for release the data by polling stations so that people will know whether President Bill win the election without any yuki business, so that then say go validate, then go confirm and get the due blessing where the search for look for. So ECSL don't send a sort of int now where they say they're not going for doing. Technically, if you look at this line, it means that ECSL will not do this because according to them, it's unconstitutional. You know, they inside the laws of Sierra Leone. And boku people where they sympathize or they support the government, they defend, even civil society then, you know. Then there's our one civil society member, Moses Mambu. We see we self-talk on that, they say unconstitutional, illegal. So ECSL technically they tell all the one the way feel see, una go force them for release data, not go be because according to them, it's unconstitutional. Let's get this clear. Let's go before, yeah. The other part say the commission will consider recommendations from the observer missions that will add value to the electioneering processes. The ECSL assures all that it will continue to be guided by extant laws and best practice precedent in all its actions. Now, they say even though they're not going to do waiting on within the law, then they still expect the observers and the Carter, the new and others for make them give a recommendation, waiting for do for the next election or in the electionary process, and then go make sure say then go include the best practice. So one of the things we not go agree for releasing data by polling station for them not to best practice. So then then they choose and then they select technically waiting them facing our best practice, nine and will take him. So this it's not about if you then count the recommendation and get for select which one then face go work for them better one and that matter for talk. Now it go before for say all short actions of the ECSL prior to, during, and the past elections period have been strictly guided by national statutes and local and international best practice. The ECSL Mohamed Kone is saying all waiting I don't do before the election and after the election, all waiting don't do so, then follow the national laws them, the protocols them, we guide them, and that then do according to what they can say best practice, international best practice, now then follow. Now, then go before for say the ECSL maintains that the declared result of the June 24 elections expressed the will of the voters. Now, the ECSL one we all know say, regardless of you believe what you get for say or whatever, then they reaffirm for tell una say the election where they announced June 24 election, it truly reflects the will of the Sierra Leonean people. So let people go rest. Una get this clear. ECSL will then charge with the mandate say the election is free and fair. Now, go before for say the ECSL would like to inform the public that at no point in time was the chief electoral commissioner, commissioners, and staff of the ECSL placed under duress by His Excellency the President or any government official. Suggested claims of that nature by misinformed. Okay, before I can answer it. Now, what's in this mean? It's good for una they follow winner, yeah. At least I think this particular side una the kitchen. And that make if you know they follow you all the time, consider for do that because let you not miss. We not only miss nothing because we not repeat again what you don't talk, we count time for you. But if you they follow it daily, you they catch the joke, you they understand how the joinology they go like. Now Mohamed Konen blast technically say. You remember where Grigory Kobli, that video be go viral, where accuse Mada Bio for say one assassinate president. Dr. Samuel Kamara, as well as he rigged the election, as well as putting guns on Mohamed Kone. Now Mohamed Kone don't deny that. He say at any time, no time, no the way, then threaten them, no they under duress, then do peacefully. Despite we see Amiman and Biden at the scene with full armor, they're all dressed in full gear, as if now what front, but it don't make them clear. Say they're not stressed there, not apart from not on President Bio not stressed there, not sell anybody for threatening them, then do their job with quietness. So people there, Lord continue that side. Now, Lord continue that side. Again. All right. Now he say suggested claims of that nature by misinformed persons on social media are malicious and dangerous to our democracy. So anybody, particularly within our social media, this now we go for. Yeah, we Mohamed Kone, I be feel say they forgive we. Mohamed Kone, you don't jab we. You don't jab we. I be feel say they spare we. You not spare we. We now all over the world because now all this social media. Now we all this. We said now we on part this. Now we on slap this. Pam with this. Now we on slap this. He say, Lord, take him back. Yeah, interesting. He say. Suggested claims of that nature by misinformed persons on social media. Suggested claims that misinformed person on social media are malicious and dangerous. For say, like what do they talk so? Like Obi they say play them clip then they we see and he said this is dangerous for democracy and they're malicious, what's Sunday we go threaten or even good Lord put on so even good for democracy. Not we're bad, even good at all. Now let me go a little bit of it. He said the ECSL is concerned about the complicity. Fine. This now the international community back. Now this today they slash they slap all man one. Now they don't come up from the other they don't come up from Qatar, eh? Now they don't come to you then at the social media, they don't patter you don't come out there. That then now the international community. They say complicit. Now when they say complicit, like where they agree on something, they give tacit some support. The thing is quite interesting in the sense I think everybody involved in it. Complicit, it means also like what you do involved. So in other words, people apart from you then at the part of we then at the social media, the international community also involved and said then are complicit. They're self-involved in this misinformation. You see, not continue for there for saying the ECS are concerned about the complicit of our partners. As such, harmful misinformation can affect the peace when Sierra Leoneans continue to experience after elections. In other words, all the partners we involved at the Qatar, the new, or any other partner, international partners, where una says suggest for the fact that una says suggest the election not credible or the election you get transparency issue, una the unbox alone. Una the unbox alone, una left. Mohammed Kone don't want una left, una the unbox alone, All right, low push, low end down. Quick one. At the end part this, so they can done. Now, it go before for say, the ECSL is aware of some technical challenges and capacity issues during the electionary process. Now, they agree, say yes. Yes, then we get some challenges, some polling stations, and they will open quick. And I see Reverend Lahai of the New say at one polling station, if you want to be the follower on 98.1, one polling station open, say 8 o'clock na net, 8 o'clock na open. So they say they experienced the challenges in there and they agree on that. Now, I'll go before. So this will be taken up in our review as we seek to strengthen our institutions to make it more responsive and more robust. Managing over 90,000 personnel and over 11,000 stations is demanding. Now, he said, with all the challenges, then go make sure, say, next time, then go review and then make sure, say, then go strengthen and go put more power, more resources, because for manage, get to 90,000 personnel and 11,000 stations in according to her, and this is true. Yes, very, very strong challenge in tax and very, very huge. That's not true, a fact. But we are extremely proud of all our staff and contract workers who work hard to ensure elections are credible. Now, then they're happy, then praise all the workers and then no say the election is credible. And citizens should any party have issues or concern, we recommend that they use the appropriate and legal process. Now, Mohammed Kone say, or the ECSS say, anybody will get issue about the election, please now for go through the legal process, maybe like the courts, like go complain as we then say be done advice. Now, lastly, is that the ECSS is proud of its service to Sierra Leoneans in delivering one of the most force. The ECSSA is proud of its service to Sierra Leone in delivering one of the most, by all the elections, this are one of the most credible, inclusive, transparent, and peaceful elections since the reintroduction of multi-party democracy in Sierra Leone. We thank all our partners who work with us to ensure this happen. It done. Now they are at the top. And they analyze and they go before. The man don't talk, and Lord, no repeat again. The election is free and fair, credible. These are the most transparent, credible election ever. So it's done. Don't forget about that side, yeah. Yes, so we go open the line definitely. We go open the line. Lona Sef had my voice, but before we open the line, I just want to let people and see this issue where we don't talk about many times, and we'll continue for talk about this because this issue now we all concerned. Please, this one the kush now problem for we. The kush now problem for we. And if we not help we self as a country, we not help we young man there, the youth there. Because the reason why I make her the safe one help them. There are people in here, yeah, and also not on a responsibility, but there are people in here where I mean they get experience with social work, they get experience in mental health, they get experience in care services, and so many other things. Perhaps that I make we create some program there for at least those people who can for support the country at this dying moment. For letting ourselves look into that. Whatever area you have for help, please consider this. I can share and see some of the things, and this don't become challenge. And I'll go and make a duty now each and every day. Most probably, with a share then content here, let people and know they raise their awareness. Let people then see about this problem. The kush where they destroy, we youth them. I think it's high time we continue for bring and calm to una lobby Kautam back to again.
Illegal drug high taking my country's youth to a dark place. Everyone sleeping here is on push. Everyone, young generation.
It's a nice. I know the bad word.
But there are so many laws. Young people driven mad. Young people killing themselves. Young people harming themselves and others.
I smoke and 8 people only. They definitely about the cause mother.
Our psychiatric wards are filling up with push casualties, and police are battling to win the war against this drug. So they can say all push.
So this month we are going to say no to it. We don't want it in this school. We don't want it around us.
But with kush spreading like wildfire, with ever younger users being exposed to it, how can my country win the war against this drug?
You see, guy? Never cut his throat.
Yeah. My name is Tyson Conte. I'm a filmmaker from Sierra Leone.
Please, logo, to the hospital quick. Logo now, yeah?
Something bad is happening in my country.
Yeah?
Recently, I've noticed on social media a lot of very young people dying untimely deaths, running mad, harming themselves. That is a stop watching this graphic. I hear these horrors are being caused by a cheap new illegal high which has swept across Sierra Leone over the last 18 months. They call it push. Here in our capital, Freetown, is where the drugs grip is greatest. I am coming to visit the guys that are high on the drugs, on push. Here is a place called Bombay Market. This is a giant market during the day, but in the night it's also a home to many of these young people who are living on the streets, and this push has just pushed them further into the drains. Push has become king, overtaking more expensive street drugs like tramadol. Everyone sleeping here is on push. Everyone, young generation.
All you smoke push. But you always man like a sleep, say around the 2 o'clock. The same man they grab now. And some I get 3. I get 2, I get 3.
For many, push is an escape from their daily lives. Olame, who has been forced to survive on the streets for years, first came across Kush in 2018.
And he draw one outside the open, the ASOL open wing. You also want to you go inside WhatsApp. A moment where you see block. You later where the WhatsApp they come out with the AC open wing. Outside the open. First Kush. He began power XX.
Olamed shows me what Kush is. Crushed dry leaves sprayed with chemicals.
He don't smoke them. He make at the nod for himself. And that nod what they know that they enjoy. But for them left us so one say, so it's not easy. All set by you. I like him meet man they pass smoke and self. Man will not plan big, he big and by force. Sorry.
Kush drives addicts to desperate measures. I met Aisha, who says she's forced to sell sex to make money to buy the drug.
Aisha is taking me around to see the places where she normally sells sex in the night and then make her money for living. Money which she's going to use 60-70% of every day on Kush. Yana, waiting.
When they compare the family, they smoke first. Why they smoke? Are they do that? I know I should body. I like self when I go put it. I they brush on all. I go send me the.
As with Olamed, Aisha says Kush takes her to a happier place.
I don't get so nice. I know the bad word. The Kush is so bad.
But a Kush high is only a brief state of mind. Smoking it can come at a price, a deadly price.
All right, so Fambula, we now go to we now want to put the entire program on that. Like I say, we caught something different yesterday and something back to the different. One go the count to the Peter for just raise awareness. This is not about government alone. It's about we all as a country, as people, and people who care about the youth. Then anyway, we want for help. Do you allow we consider for help nas alone? Do you? The thing is, now country we're not going for vexed people away. We vulnerable will get rights for help, side for not the help because back then I know say they're philanthropists, people and they will be the helps alone in different fashion. Some people and because of this current situation at the country don't stop. So we ask that please wanna consider do you any kind wanna able help when I go salon or when I contact people and the social workers in a salon when I see how best when I can help. Now so me they recommend. Not to by force, but this situation is very, very serious. Anyway, like I say, we'll continue for bringing Cantona. All right, we can open the line. We can open the line, but I'll take on our text then first. Quick one. Will they take on a text or they can open the line? When I say Adna the program, this one they come up from Mary J. Where they say this is so serious. We went for vacation last year, December, and I saw a boy standing still like a robot. And my cousin told me it's Kush that it's always been when they smoke it. All right. And this one they come out from Albert Lancer now. They say very alarming and destroying those youth. And yes, this one they come up from Ismail Bangura. They say this is for real. We need to declare war on these drugs in our country. And this one they come up from Sheku Bilo Conte where they say Sierra Leone. Oh, Sierra Leone, I'm really afraid of for us not to return to the dark age and to the dark days. And they allow we not go there. Uh, all right. Now, this one they come up from Mr. Shaw. They say, "Thank you, Mr. Komon-Tok. Please continue to follow up with the kush problems with young people. Thank you." And this one they come up from Albert. Okay, I think okay, or at least you don't get to. Indeed, kush is a big problem. I talk about illicit drugs in my drugs and society class that I teach. Yeah, very serious. I better way with the cow the awareness. This one they come up from Abdullah Kamara, where he said, "We don't trust the justice system. It's connected to the unjust court system." Yes, Aisha, welcome. Aisha Kester, my godfather. All right. All right. I think we need for open force line. Would still continue for reading our text in between. So Lord puts the line up, the line open now. I'm going to read our text in between. All right. The line open just in case you want to add your voice on the comments. Now, yes, I think we don't get to first caller. All right. Yes, call outside the call from any name. Sorry, we'll not get you. Outside the call from?
Oh, I the call from we home.
All right. You get the platform. You get 2 minutes with you and contribute on.
Yes, I want to contribute on 3 different cases that we don't show. Case number 1, I want to tell Alpha Khan, say, you know, get shame. Dog don't lick your face. Then the no one for no say they care about Saralo, they care about their pockets. In the number 1, possibly destroy APC. Case number 2, I want to let you know, say, if they fail for talk the truth, let them feel anything they want at the parliament. APC know they go inside it. They know they legitimize Madam Bio in government. Then they see and say na president. We the people, they not see and say na president. And their government is about Madam Bio against the people of Sierra Leone. So may you know that. Then you can begin to think about it and forget about APC and think about the people they force. Because they don't want to today, they don't want to tomorrow. They try for stuff Madam Bio and people they force. Number 2, it's sad when you talk about the bush. Very, very sad. When you look at them picking them the way they go out to. Now them picking the way their parents are not getting nothing. It's sad. They work so hard during these elections, even though they deny their votes. Some of them try for votes. They say we don't want push. We all be there everywhere and they sing. We don't want push. But today, the injustice within a salon, it just is spread. Before when they go arrest the small picking, don't look at the core issue. How push they enter inside salon? All don't hear it, they sing because today the world don't harmonize.
Okay, you get 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds more.
Yeah, continue can't try. They don't know who say come on. What did they say? The world don't see the accusation of push when they go and arrest their other country. So why would not go target the issue? Who say push they come on? And my idea that they bring push now not go and beat around the bush. It not go help if we not go the right way. You see? So that's the I get. Take care.
Thank you for your contribution. Yes, we get another call. Yes, call outside the call. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yes, Mr. Komon-Tok. Good evening.
Yes, who side they call from?
Mina Abdul, I call from France.
All right, Abdul, you get 2 minutes.
Thank you. Hello, you get me?
Yeah, you did live, Abdul.
Okay. My own contribution concerning this illegitimate government. You understand? They want to make
They still that slogan, power. You understand? This on a laid off plan, a laid plan. Say, would they do this after that settlement? And the thing that pissed me off when I can watch programs in Sierra Leone, people and they want to talk the truth and they come very close, but it's like, then they feel say, when they talk the truth, they go die. People know they talk the truth, and if they not get to the bottom of this, okay, let's say this government get away with this kind of problem, then compromise with APC. This thing will repeat back. It will repeat. This man, this corner guy, so is so stubborn because that a laid out plan, he knows say get the protection of the government. Because we military and the police, then they work for the president. You understand? So now that the man is too arrogant, even for producing numbers, they don't agree for produce the figures the way people want. Now they don't care. You know, the international community, they know they do something just for this government. They're more sorry for the people of Sierra Leone. Even though we were there outside, we want to let the justice prevail.
Oh, you get 30 seconds more. 30 seconds more.
Yeah, for people where they don't, they at the end of the day, compromise must go inside. Well, this compromise they can inside, tomorrow this same history go repeat back. So, Nadana, my own contribution. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. All right. Yes. We get another caller. Yes, caller outside the call from.
Yes, I call from United States of America, from Texas.
All right. You get 2 minutes.
I call from.
Now for Dolly sets. Now for Dolly sets. Dolly sets. Would they get you on the background?
Okay. What do you want to say? Hello?
Yeah, you're live.
Okay. What do you want to contribute? I just want for make all Sierra Leoneans know say whatever thing affects that country, it still affects we. And the thing is, I don't know where you get calling in press release or whatnot. It's one of the credible election this. For me, it's not credible. Pull them where other election, I mean, past election, then they call the result, IRN, they call the result by police stations. Then they end them. Why this now will be a burden? Mr. Komon-Tok, why this will be a burden? And that's also Solomon wants. Pull them. Just not take too long like this. Then if everything don't say they never go courts, they never participate in the government. For me, if we are not saying that two things gonna do so, it's fine, okay. But we also offer everybody says they never affect me, they never affect me, they never affect me.
You get that you get 30 seconds more.
Every year Mr. Komon-Tok, even that you say, well, I moderate too. In a moment we all, you know, thank you so much for your good work where you do. You know, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, we get another caller. Yes, caller outside the call from.
Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok, I call from Germany.
All right, you get 2 minutes.
Thank you. I just want to laugh a little bit because you don't analyze the press way ECSL pool. You know, the man a joke. Na joke. If we get this kind of people in our society and people condone this thing, let me tell you this: at the premise, I don't know, become like Haiti. And small, I don't go like Haiti, so it will be ungovernable. Especially when this push don't come, them about their identity they are within the street, where they are addicted on this thing. With small money, they go take convince them and do something. And this cushion have the big one and the counter of the country. This thing is supposed to don't declare a national emergency. But why do not declare a national emergency? What did they do? They go to them farm, they go to them Jamba farm. Jamba don't as associate. Since me are young, I don't see police read Jamba, take the Jamba non-stop. So the plants are every day. Now push don't count on top. You can remember some few time ago where they mix pampas in the drink. Now they don't bring for them this thing, you don't worst. So me, I only pity for the generation as alone we get for camp. But brother, I hope not this alone anymore. So long as that this government in a power of no government they can clean that country. Believe me, every day they go down the drain. I hope since I don't know go end up like 80. And this I get to say. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes. Yes, call outside the call from.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome.
Yes, hello?
Yes, who side they call from?
Yes. I call from Germany.
All right, you get 2 minutes.
I call from Germany.
Now for all you sets, family, Lord just advice, please. Now for where you they call, all you sets, because you know go they talk, they listen yourself, you they get bad bad feedback now, yeah. So just all you sets, so you go call and pass your message clearly. Yes, call outside the call from.
Okay, Mr. Talking Point, did you get me clear?
Yes, you get 2 minutes.
Okay, what in a million contribution about this whole issue, this whole election we don't pass now, Sierra Leone. All this talk way people that they talk from America, from England, from Germany, whatever part of the world. This all not the solution for me. The only solution, because we get big people then out of that country, they at least if they want help people in another country, they from let's say 30 or 40 of them be big people and they if they take them time then go to Sierra Leone, at least then go able meet APC and SLPP. Don't forget what you don't pass. That what they don't do so it not ever can to reverse again. It not go reverse again because what you don't happen, it don't happen. We don't ever see election happen in West Africa, they reverse them again. We don't see it don't happen I think Kenya side, but in West Africa we don't see it. So that's all the people in the talk now, the media talk this, so that all not solve the problem. At least if they want to solve the problem, then people that are big people that were in the out of Sierra Leone, including people that were in Sierra Leone and mature people, at least
you get 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds more.
Then we have to go meet together, then sit down and find the solution. How do we have to amend the problem? Let the people then continue then joining. 5 years, if I but not to wait far too much, you know. So me that is my own contribution about this couscous again. Sierra Leone bad thing they don't book. No couscous no more. We get some rum then wait in the yanda then pass that couscous to me brother. But that they don't talk about them because then they get income from there, you know.
All right, thank you for All right, let's take another caller. Yes. Okay, we miss this caller. All right. Yes, call outside the call from.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Yes, Okomi.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Not bad. Welcome.
You know, they really entertain me. Thank you very much. God bless you. Yeah. Anyway, I just try for bringing me a little bit contribution in terms of I see a video where you bring up about the kush business here. Well, during we own days, I see some callers which them mention about this Jamba we did before, right? So then here we long go to worst. You know me because anyhow, my name they meditate before, but they go into extreme. Nowadays, look the way how the life and the health, the young one them, the small one them, the way how things and they go and they grown. So I don't even understand. The government needs to do something. Government of the day need to do something. Please, would they please? Because the way how things and they go, so it's just too bad. So now this will be his contribution. This is what I get.
All right, thank you very much.
Please to the nation.
All right, thank you very much. All right, Lord, take another call. Yes, call outside the call from. All right, we miss this caller. Yes. Yeah, Lord, they take on a text them back. All right, Lord. Yes, call outside the call from.
Hello, Mr. Komon-Tok from the Golden States.
All right. No, you get the platform. You get 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, this kush business is really, really, really serious. I don't know, just like how we all day on this platform, we all engage together, love see how cable help people in the country. I came to this country 2014. I go last year with my family. We would walk around Mr. Komon-Tok. If you see the country, it's sorry, it's sad. Where you go now, bitch, they see them small picking them. You know, they believe what thing they do. I don't want to go in detail, but it really sad. And concerning this statement where or whatever Mr. I call himself can be the talk. It just they try for manipulate on the APC them for let them go na parliament. But me, personally, please, I dey call on the APC then. Mr. Samura Kamara, please, una stand on una word. Una not even listen to them. They just they try for manipulate. Una try for, work on una mind, follow una go, try for force una to governance. But when una don't stand so, una stand on una word. Yeah, una not let the people in that. Una not let we down where they talk now. So please. That's my own contribution. I'm not very much for today.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. All right. So, Famule, the line's still open. Loud it take on a text them. This one they come on. Well, if we're not able to read all, we're going to put on the screen. I see somebody they suggest signature. They say why we don't see our text on the screen. Of course, it is here. Yes. Yes. Call outside. They call from.
Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok, this is a call from Germany.
All right, you get 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think I go right directed to the last call. I would just say, the APC let us stand up on the word, say they're not for going to governance. I believe so. We just have to ask the question, how long this thing will continue. So how long if we say APC then go for the on this island because. And one thing, not for APC now they look for, now for the betterment of the country. So I know say if they continue for say they are not going to parliament. So how we think say that country will forward before. And like for what is the model now the push business when they take that thing there. It really sad really, I mean they told me, I see how that thing they destroy with brothers and sisters them. Yeah, but like how you say so, for the people who they na the health side, or then they na the care side, I believe say not just for them to come together, for see how we're for able for help. But then to sit down the back, then say get for ready back for help because we are help possible, they say ready for help as well.
Yeah.
So we brother, thank you very much, for your time and for everything, and thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, now take another call. Yes, call outside. They call from.
Hello, Mr. Komon-Tok. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Outside they call from.
I call from Germany. Concerned citizen.
All right, you get 2 minutes. Concerned citizen.
Mr. Kone, now you need to talk because you want to try for brainwash people and you have to call out the way they say this. You need the help. Yeah, you need the help, but not set a precedent. If the country not set a precedent, APC go must can do the same thing. Because there are two parties in this country, either APC or SL people. If they say SL people are for take over the country, then take over, let them rule. What do you want to force APC for go inside? If you don't say this ocean, I want to sleep inside. You want to sleep. Any society want to sleep. Any society want to sleep now. Then this kush business we talk about. This kush, the big one, they know the 5 years this was kush in another country. They know where they call the kush. So in they want to destroy people that are country. They don't love the people there. They don't love with youth. They don't love with sisters. They don't love with brothers. They don't love with picking them. The kush now they call the kush. They call the kush. So they're not going to do anything to that kush there, papa. I let you claim so they help people, the youth, they can go medication. Because you know say men, what you saw, you just a way promo up, we done the surgery. I don't like this. I like to make so they say contribution, make medical goods in they done because so they said that's how they consider and the way transporter. So we're not going to stop them. It's not easy for less because if the government change, then we'll get solution for that cushion. I mean contribution and
all right, thank you very much. All right. Now let's take another call. Yes, call outside the call from. Yes. Okay. Yes, call outside the call from.
Komon-Tok.
Yes, who side the call who side the call from your name?
The call from US, United States.
All right. You get 2 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you so much for picking me call. And what's me want for say, if you're not Muslim or you're not Christian, you say you believe God, they know they pray, you know they put it in action, and they work now at it, and they work so. When you say you're not Muslim, you're supposed to pray and you follow what's in the Muslim law say. If you say you're not Christian, you get to follow what's in the Christian law say. And then people also, if you remember, APC be done the raise concern from day one. Don't ever come call them together and say, okay, una don't raise concern for this thing. So what you would try to say now is, let we see which one will go for amend, which one will not go for able amend. Then we see say then open hand for accept waiting and say. But then just force everything is false. Everything is false. Everything is false. Like what they say no more then a pauper. Now that then do. Everything then false. Everything then false. Now if APC don't take this action where we feel at the best, honestly for me, I want to sanction the whole country. Let everybody feel them. Because if we not feel them, one function of feel them, you know they work nowadays. Let them ban the government, sanction the country. For 1 month or so, we all go feel and they will all go cry for peace. Anything can with struggle. If you're not Muslim, you get for pray. You can say, do it yourself, you get for pray. If you're not Christian, you do it, we come over, you get for go church. So we all feel exactly what did happen. So we call for peace. And if we let Mother Bio go away with this thing, trust me, get for big problem. So we get for sacrifice. You, me, everybody get for sacrifice and make sure say the right thing done. We're not for left and so. We're not for just say no more, hey, we believe God. Now that make we always keep back na country. We get for push. We don't satisfy what to get. And that make we not go into education. We not push for education. We not push for any other thing. We get for continue for push for education, push for everything. We get for sacrifice. This country will so na United States will so trust me. Now sacrifice people and sacrifice
you get 20 seconds more.
So I just glad you for Una and I'm not really listening to you, but my wife and tell me about that and I continue to listen to you. Let we fight for this till it happen. We not just say no more left everything, look cry for peace. No, it's completely wrong and not to the right thing we do. Let we make sure we do the right thing. We'll do the right thing, it will be easy.
All right.
Let them do the right thing.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Yes, Lord, take another call.
Let's all listing off. Yeah, how are you, sir?
No bad, ma. Who side they call from?
Well, they call now Komon-Tok corner.
All right, you get the platform.
Yeah.
You get 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. But I don't know what's in this thing for bring problem. Una first una wait on the election, starting pan the registration, voters ID card, the data, and so on. Then people here look say, okay, it's like we not get voice again at the country. Una take una rule. Then they come back for can tell people in this kind waiting. To me, I don't think so safe here. Then people here don't kill democracy. If they tell where the opposition, then that be the leader, that the parliament, then go them bulldoze them, put 10 people in. All the bad laws the way they want make them make all what's in the one do, then do all. Of what use is APC to this parliament now when are just 50 people in? I believe say waiting make them people yeah they do waiting and they do so. And because the world don't frown at them. Because it's not just the international community. Even with neighbors them, country like a Guinea and other side them. I believe say that make them defense for this. Not just alone and defense for. Now for achieve them goals them. And now if APC go there, then they go do more and this power go do more things, then go do more bad things there.
And then no more me this say. I don't know if APC useful like that governmentally as far as AUPA is concerned. Una, thank you for all the good work that they do. May God continue for bless you.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. All right. Let's take another call. Yes. All right. So don't miss this caller. We'll see. We'll call back. Aisata. Yes. Aisata Dumbuya. Welcome. Yes. Let's take this. Yes. Call outside the call from.
Hello.
Yeah. Outside the call from.
They call from Europe.
All right. You get 2 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Okay. At this particular time in Sierra Leone, let me just forget about democracy, right? This particular moment, there is no democracy in Sierra Leone. So let me forget about that topic, the democracy. Because if you now allow the people and made them talk, made them do what I think they want to do, made them go out and vote. The moment you use weapon against the people or put them down, you don't see them right. Secondly, talking about this cushy business. First of all, also I hear about this kush now, a Portuguese guy, we even noticed Sierra Leone, I tell me about it. Say, oh man, I hear about one drugs where people they use now an account where they call kush. And most of the top people and they make money from this kush here. For example, in the West, most of the people that are addicted to drugs, they find a way out for minimizer. And they make a lot, huge amounts of money from this European drugs like cocaine, but then control them. But in Africa, whatever thing we go, they disturb the people, they don't distress Sierra Leoneans them. And the government not find any way how they go minimize them, where in the people where they don't come addicted to that, how they go control them. But like in Europe, those way they don't get use of cocaine, they work, they make money. And even the governments, they make drugs out of it, like injection.
You get
so
that. You get 30 seconds more. 30 seconds more.
I don't know people and they suffer from that in it, and they go and cause all the atrocities. So if the government not find a way how to control this crucial, my brother, I don't disturb Sierra Leoneans, then the youth them. They don't destroy the future leaders them other country there.
All right, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. All right, let's take another caller. Yes. Yes, call outside the call from.
And they're calling from USA. La God help you, La God help Komon-Tok. And then the million contribution were they told to Sierra Leoneans. The politics don't done, the other non give power, the non give some people let it pray God say, let them go now Komon-Tok, let them ban Sierra Leone. When you think about Guinea Conakry for more than overthrow from 2009, 2 years the council inside the September where the council from the 5th of September, 30 they do not ban the president. You know, who don't come outside, who don't kind of oversee, Lord talk to people who did it down there, let them get good knowledge, let them get good idea. But all the time who they let to country down, any high hate person, now so God the blesser. And then the God say right now, so except we don't be on position for 11 good years, they don't kind of power for 5 years. After 2 again, APC people they can say let them ban the country. Like we saw son of we family, then did the son of family another day. But that day you know good for the country. Lord forget for wish bad for we country. Hey, Sierra Leone, what's going on we? Who don't kind of oversee, Lord listing, Lord see how things are going in the Western world. You don't kind even if you know go school, but how things they go in the Western country, we don't go open what they say, let them go ban the country.
No, man, you know the course here. You know, come for if they make you points, but we always advise people, yeah, we they tolerate any view as long as it's civil. You can criticize, you can oppose, you can therefore, you can there against, but no more, we not go give nobody the platform for because not use any bad word. I believe, I mean, I'm your opinion, not to pass your course before the voice, before the point. you can put your point without having for insult anybody. So we're not going for do that. Any caller way they call, if you say Papa pass your cost, definitely we'll deny you the platform, unfortunately. All right, let's take this caller. Okay. Yes, caller outside the call from.
Hi, I'm calling from London.
All right. You have the platform. You have 2 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Hi, I just want to contribute on the whole Kush situation, and obviously, I've been watching and I've been hearing about documentaries about this issue, and as a Sierra Leonean living in London, like, it's a very concerning aspect, because even knowing the same drug issues that the UK struggles with, kind of a thing where I feel like and believe that Sierra Leone government, people in power right now, need to create a new drug strategy. They need to launch a new drug strategy, basically, that basically combats this problem, because at the end of the day, they say the generation, the new generation coming are the future, and they're the ones to build the new Sierra Leone to come. And if we're having generations that are smoking and doing all this bad stuff and taking all this harmful substance that are destroying their body, how do we have, what nation are we looking, what future are we looking for Sierra Leone? And the people at the top who are feeding off this generation, feeding them all these drugs, and then they complain that Sierra Leone is not progressing, Sierra Leone is not going forward. I feel like there are things that they need to bring in place, such as reducing the demands for like this drugs coming into. They need to crack down. They need to bring like people who will basically watch import and export of anything that comes into the country, like prevention of certain alcohol and drugs. Like, obviously, yeah, people do have their drink, and I'm not in to speak on people's personal lives, but there needs to be a limitation, and there also needs to be a restriction of supplies, that basically law enforcement that responds and basically dismantling trafficking of networks of bringing these drugs into our country. And also, we need to have support recovery, like social workers from nations and different world. We need to call on to the other nations around the world for support, like social workers who can educate the Sierra Leoneans on how to help Sierra Leoneans with their mental health. Because most of these people, the young ones that are doing this, are because the country, they have no job, they have no education, they're dealing with abuse, sexual abuse, they're dealing with violence,
I think you made a brilliant contribution here. One of the area that I think we need to lend support in the area of the social sports services.
Yes.
We have that challenge, and even the trafficking, the dog traffic, it's a national problem, and I believe the authorities need to do more. I believe
and they need to be stricter and they need to be harder, because yes, obviously the UK, when you look at it, they have that thing, but they are no nonsense policy. Obviously, when they see things like this happen, they have it. Not to say that every nation doesn't have their problem and their faults and their bad, but our government needs to realize that social work. I'm someone who did sociology as a degree. Like, it's things like this. I want to be able to go to my nation, educate social workers. Educate
all right, thank you very much
go
for
to
your
schools
contribution. You
like
made
that, and
salient
educate
points.
them on the dangers of this stuff.
All right, thank you. Yes, now we take another caller. Yes, caller outside the call from.
Yes, caller outside call from.
Hello.
Yes, outside the call from.
Yeah, now we are the call from UK.
All right, you get the platform.
Yeah, one caller we called this now. Before then, 3 callers they had the talk. We talk, say outside the people they stand, let them stand. And then they make sure, say, this thing not happen. That caller, they let God bless them. It make a lot of sense. We get to understand one thing. For talk, say, someone a decent my hair, where somebody get the power to the barrel. You don't able to take the pen and paper for plan without the barrel. I want to let you understand that. If you see my bio, you just show the video with the Sujaman and Timap say, if you mama kone mistake, give any result where they against my bio, and they die. So the power of my bio gets so not to democratic power.
No, I'm not sure video. I'm not sure video. I'm not sure video. This na national. I was saying a national broadcast. This I'm not sure video. Who said then they say
exactly.
No, that's just correct. So you don't. I don't let you implicate me. They are big. The point is, what are they say? We play. We put we put a video where they're not shown at the traditional media. Where they see soldier man now that to put. We not say then go put gun at anybody. You do. We get stand
I not say so. I not say when I say so. Maybe you don't get me right. I not say you say so. I say if you watch the video, you study the video, Kele, you go not say that power we might be okay, so that through the barrel. I say if you watch the video, kill it and you understand. Also, if you watch animal, so you watch and observe something, you go not say who's away that man they been take. If you say they give anything against Badabio, a different thing for the apple. So what you get for understand, this sacrifice where people they get for pay, nothing or the way they spoil them. The more you delay them, the more sacrifice will it cost. You also say with the first show today that the delays where will be they make, that it makes us already face all the kinds here. The more you delay for pay that sacrifice day, the more price you pay in the future.
Thank you.
Nothing or the way take mother bill from that power day without the back.
All right, okay. We know they call for violence now, yeah. We go definitely denied anybody we go call with violence speech now, yeah. Yes, call outside the call from. All right. Yes, Mr. Ahmed, you get the platform. You get 2 minutes. I don't know what they do you the line. Your line looks sick. Please call back. We're not able to connect you. Don't try for connect you. Need connect. Please call back. Yeah. Yes, call outside the call from. We get issue with the line. I know the all right. Let's try this one, but let's see if this will work. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yes, are they call now? Are they call from Europe?
All right.
Mr. Komon-Tok, thank you very much for your good work.
You get 2 minutes, please.
Yes, sir. I just want buttress to some of the callers that we don't just talk. I think we Sierra Leoneans they will get for sacrifice a lot, within the APC don't stand for. And if we record within the South African during the apartheid, they sacrifice a lot for me they're able to gain weight then gain so inside South Africa. And for sacrifice for something, for make we fight for good thing, you get for sacrifice a lot. I mean. So I believe say we as Sierra Leoneans, we want good thing for that country. They will get for sacrifice the APC, then get for sacrifice a lot. Whatever fight we then get for able fight, whatever struggle we then get for go through. We believe say make them patient. We don't say yes. Easy for them, get for easy for everybody, but make we patient as long as we try to fight for the good thing for that country. So me on advice, the advice for every Sierra Leoneans, they make we patient, make we fight, and at the end of the day, make we achieve what we want for that country.
All right.
Because if we don't fight now, and Sierra Leone for continue like that.
No, we're not
for the Kush.
We're not a call for fight. We always advise. Let's just make this known to Fambule. Please, Fambule. The media are very powerful. We don't want create anarchy. We don't want use the platform for what we call for anybody where they use this platform for call for protest, peaceful protest, because I know they enshrine now with 1991 Constitution Act number 6. Would give the platform. But anybody who they call for war, if they call for war, for kill, definitely will not go give the platform, because at the end of the day, the greatest responsibility they can navigate, let people get this clear. Now they can upon, and besides, we not go want let people implicate we on the issues, and if they call for protest, okay, we give, because protests they everywhere. But if somebody they call for war, for kill, we not go give the platform, unfortunately. All right. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yes, sir, Mr. Komon-Tok.
All right.
Actually, yeah.
Whose side they call from?
Yeah, they call from Europe. They try to say, I don't mean way I see for fight, we get for fighting gun or whatsoever. I mean for fight peacefully.
Okay, make it clear.
No true Sierra Leoneans and no true citizen for that country, the patriotic citizen we go left for fights in that country again. The fight way I mean, we need for fight peacefully, and we need for be strong, and we need for be fight faithfully for that country. At least waiting don't happen to make it not ever happen again. And I'm not going to advise nobody for make we all arm for first. I mean, we all get family members in that country. But me on advice, make we patient, and we continue for patient, make we see the reality, and make we see how we country for go to that country we want. I've been trying to go to the terms of the coach, Mr. Komon-Tok. Actually, a few days ago, I've been joining a platform where I've been get a lot of people and they talk about this coach, but I'm not able to call because, like they say, they try for preach peace. But some group of people are when they try for talk about this coach, now the government says they call it. And at the end of the day, that particular group, then try for say, oh no, I'll stop for talk because at the end of the day, we government, they get bad name. So then close that topic in another group day. But wait a minute, they try for say here, this government, they try for poil with future leaders and they poil with Peking, and they poil with brothers and with sisters in other country. If they not find ways, and means within they try for reduce this push or then finally stop them or then find work for them people and the country totally reuse them they are state.
All
so
right.
Thank you very much. I will stop here.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. Yes, slow take another caller. All right. So don't miss this caller. Yes. So now we see another caller. Yes. Caller outside the call from.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah. Now for all you said.
Okay, I'm not doing near me set. I don't come on here. They said.
All right. You get 2 minutes. Who's the call from?
I call from Sierra Leone, from Rutai Bondi Street.
All right. You get 2 minutes.
I don't thank you very much for the program. When I effort the owner the put now really, I really appreciate the program. I don't think why they follow you. You know, with me see this country, we grew up. We don't experience war. We pass through the war. We the big people that we there out do ya. Let them not help for let we suffer in this country again. We don't suffer a lot. We don't go through a lot. People don't know, but we know. We them born during the war. We displaced go Guinea. We know how they treat we. We go Liberia. We know how they treat we. So do ya with the big there. Let we be and patient and pray for let God direct this nation, not to for begin set fire. And Lord, let them use barrel, let them use force, go over there and say a lot of things here. Let we ask God, let God direct this nation. For the Kush, my brother, Kush, they destroy a lot of people in this country. The government need to do something. A lot of young people in future don't destroy. Even people with the work we are responsible people my brother. Push the damage this country. So the government need to take a stand. Way back we they see when Jamba been there, how government they raid, police them they raid them put safe for Jamba. But me not ever see that it. You see.
All right, thank you. I think you said to interfere, but anyway, thank you very much for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Yeah. This one they come up from Grace Ramje. We say this Kush saga. We need to know the source of this Kush, meaning where this Kush coming from. What's the health minister done about this? PT our young generation. Jehovah, we need your intervention. Yeah, I think I like the way you put it. These are the questions that we need for the ask yourself. You know. Yes. Call outside the call from.
Hello, Mr. Komon-Tok. This is a concerned citizen. I call from Europe.
All right, you get 2 minutes.
Yes, me what I see, but we are routine. We, the Israelis, for try make we eradicate APC and SLPP. Now we bring new political parties. We go able for change all this problem within Sierra Leone. You see, for liquidify SLPP and APC. Then two parties don't corrupt the country for over 60 years. And they still corrupt the country. You see, look what listen just the way you read that press release. What that man they talk say the election we just pass is free, fair, and credible. Allahu Akbar. This man is afraid of God. You want to me say, Uno receiver. Hey, my brother, you don't talk by this platform. I pledge to say, Papa Imam. Allah Ibrahim Kago. Now I'm more all day again. And they be the lecture people and now they're not be afraid. You know, they need lectures. They need people all the time. It's true, man. No, we pull SLPP and APC. Then two parties, I made a try come out this country. Maybe country go before. Yeah. Oh, we'll see what happens for this election, so we'll see. Then the man they can't talk say, you know, to APC, you know, to SLPP. But to say through the I come and talk up, you know. Oh, well, let's see, well,
you get 30 seconds more.
SLPP, APC, therefore go, man. For bring new political parties. For let we go able for the class alone go before. You see? So, I'm your own point, my brother.
Thank you very much for your contribution. All right. So, Fambule, we'll just take 2 more calls and then we wrap up the program. 2 more calls and we'll wrap up the program. Yes, okay, we'll miss this caller. All right, okay. Okay, I think it did happen. All right, okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, the boss man, sir.
I've been planned to another call, but the last caller, he say, yes, then for remove APC and SLPP and salon, let the country go before. I get a program on that tomorrow. They invite them, let listen. Not to APC and SLPP now problem. Now we set up now we own problem. And I go make that clear tomorrow. How we the Sierra Leoneans now we own problem. We set up now we own problem. So I go end on day. Tomorrow, this time or around this time I go there on. Let listen. Then they go hearing the truth because some of we don't ready for sell Sierra Leone the truth. We problem not a political problem, a social problem. And until we know that and accept that, we go to run around circles. Thank you, sir.
All right. So tomorrow, we're gonna follow Mr. Jallo Jamboria na your redemption platform na YouTube. So you go get loud and clear. All right. I think now the second to last message second to last call this will they take, and then we wrap up the program. Yes, call outside the call from.
Yes, Komon-Tok. These are the call from United States.
All right, you get 2 minutes, please.
You know, I just want to ask you a question, Mr. Komon-Tok.
Go ahead,
if
please.
You say the government not know for say cost the damage the youth then Nana country there.
Well, of course they are aware because police don't make arrests. I know say they are aware. They are aware about that. If you ask me, I will tell you say yes, they are aware about that.
So when they are aware about that, they not go find solution how for stop them for there we youth they not spoil them, burn them, or pour them up in that country there.
Well, governments get a lot of work there around. Sometimes they need pressure. This is why we get a pressure group them, we get civil society, and we get the media, and we get ourselves as people. Because if we don't put that kind of pressure, they don't prioritize that. Now, you call any government official, I will tell you, say, don't do X, Y, Z. But is it enough? It's not enough. So that is why we need to build up the pressure. We need to galvanize our support as one people and then tell them, just to remind them about the existence of this problem. I think that pressure building will therefore pay more attention to, in my opinion.
Yes, like what the other caller we called just now. Jamba, we don't see we then go down somebody then farm, them burn the whole farm because they don't say get Jamba the aerosol and things. Therefore, don't find a solution for that one day. But let me come to the second point. I know a lot of people and feel say APC na the problem in our country. I don't believe for say APC na peaceful party because anyhow you look you will see from the beginning where APC begin for peaceful. Say up to today, from the registration, the ID card dengue, and from where them go shoot when somewhere come out London for come, then say for go 10 Moscade for come across, then go then send here gas day if APC ban do bad, if don't do bad them, we see Kono, what then do, then send here gas side somewhere they pants up they know send a flag bearer anyway, they do all around the APC not do anything. So these are the only opportunity they get, at least for let me and you two know say they know the kai and are the way this for fight. And I understand back say we'll be even get the one party system. Now the same SFP people will be there among the APC there.
You get 30 seconds more. You get 30 seconds more.
People they do a lot of bad stuff them. Where they take and say APC be bad. Now then be bad. Because at the one party system we will get into the under Shaka Steven. Now then the same people will be there among the APC them, they cause them more destruction and they will they can now say APC them bad, APC them bad. You don't see them now for say APC is peaceful and completely peaceful up to now. The neighbor get no way for doing it. They set them out.
All right.
They set them out to the vex for them back again. Oh, APC set them out. Every place APC don't have peace.
Okay. Thank you very much for contribution.
Let we fight now. Let them do the right thing now.
All right.
Let the right thing be done. Thank you so much, my boy.
All right, okay. Fambule, anything we get beginning, it gets an end. We've come to the end of the show. We'll not take further calls. I want to put something here. All right, I'll squeeze this caller since you don't on the line now. You know the very last caller for today's program. Yes, who side they call from?
Yeah, they call from Abu Dhabi in a concerned Sierra Leone.
All right, you get 1 minute.
Actually, 2020 for create them platform there. Now we can pick.
Okay.
Fast. Now, two things that I want to clarify concerning about the situation at the country and this Kush issue. I will start with the Kush issue. The Kush, the government self, they are aware of the Kush, they hand and deep and deep one, now then they cow that Kush in the country. And then they do them deliberately simply because they want for destroying the youth in that country, make the youth not go conscious of the bad things the way they do, the bad governance way they institute in the country. That's number one. And now a reliable source way I tell you now say the vice president or the current way to assume vice president, he hand the Padakushde. In now the team leader for import that push in that country for damage youth them. Made them not go, conscious of the bad things the way they do, the bad governance. That's one. The second thing where I want to talk about, where people they will say, people then they come on and treat them, they fire and they kill them. Where APC organize what is when they fire people then they kill them. The only method, the only way where I do believe say don't left now the APC table. Where I do believe say now the other alternative than the where they're able for nip out this issue. Now for the card and they also they know the particular no parliamentary or any other what we will do with the
okay, thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So
all right, so Fambule, we don't end the program for today. The call, Sam, we're not going to take call again. Tomorrow, my God. Fambule, una save tomorrow date, una come early. The reason why I make her say so, I guess shocking. Where they talk about shocking video where una they can hear it tomorrow. You know, we get serious challenge at the country. Tomorrow video, please una can listen that video there. A very shocking video. What's in the happen in our country? What's in the happen in our country? If that particular video where they can play tomorrow, if that particular video, the authorities do not take action, I go pull out Pansalon. I go pull out Pansalon security forces. And I'm not going to encourage any talk about somebody, they talk about peace now, because if the authorities do not talk about that particular video where they can play tomorrow, then I think I give up about Sierra Leone security. Lord, not talk about any security again. Lord, we not talk about that. If tomorrow that video where they play, owner said they can't listen. If the government not act, ONS, the Office of National Security, not act. The Ministry of Internal Affairs, no act. If the presidency no act, if the religious leaders are not act, if the political parties are not act, if the civil society are not act, they'll not forget about peace in the country. Let's not talk about peace. We'll talk about anything. Let's just forget about peace because let's just forget about peace. Let's not talk about peace again. Let's just do anything we want to continue. Let's forget about peace because it's hypocritical. If that video they can't play tomorrow, none of them not take action, then let's just forget about it. Because anyway, let's just pause and so tomorrow I'll call that program day. Very important for Leona listen to that which they happen in our country. It's scary, it's scary, which they can play tomorrow. It's very scary. All right, so let's stop here. We'll come back tomorrow. I'll tell you plenty. Thank you. Until then, bye-bye.
Oh yeah, Talking Point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
Attention, attention. Are you hungry for the latest insights on politics and good governance issues from the motherland, Sierra Leone? Look no further than Talking Points, your go-to platform for engaging discussions. Subscribe today and let your voice surge. Talking Points is where smart minds come alive. Subscribe now.
With Talking Points platform, you can dive into thought-provoking discussions, connect with like-minded individuals, and broaden your horizons. Be among the first to know the latest happenings in Sierra Leone. Join us today, subscribe on YouTube, TPP Leone. Like our page on Facebook at Talking Points platform. It's your voice, you are in control. We believe in you. Subscribe now.
Attention, attention. Are you hungry for the latest insights on politics and good governance issues from the motherland, Sierra Leone? Look no further than Talking Points, your go-to platform for engaging discussions. Subscribe today and let your voice surge. Talking Points is where smart minds come alive. Subscribe now.
With Talking Points platform, you can dive into thought-provoking discussions, connect with like-minded individuals, and broaden your horizons. Be among the first to know the latest happenings in Sierra Leone. Join us today, subscribe on YouTube, TPP Leone. Like our page on Facebook at Talking Points platform. It's your voice, you are in control. We believe in you. Subscribe now. Like our page.
To stop pretending that countries that just hold an election where sometimes the winner somehow magically gets 90% of the vote because all the opposition is locked up or can't get on TV is a democracy. Democracy depends on strong institutions, and it's about minority rights and checks and balances and freedom of speech and freedom of expression and a free press and the right to protest and petition the government and an independent judiciary and everybody having to follow the law.
You must listen very carefully to your enemies, because Sometimes they tell you the truth that you do not want to hear but need to hear. Sometimes you are surrounded by a coterie of people who pretend to be your friends, but they are not. They are friends of the office that you hold and the things and the doors that you can open for them. That requires discernment. That requires detachment. That requires focus. That requires selflessness. That requires intellectual firepower and spiritual contentment. Easier said than done. You know, power, it is said, corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. But I remember the great Tanzanian President Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere used to say that when you are called upon to serve, remember that you are not necessarily the best, but you've been given the honor and privilege of serving. That is why we call you honorable. That is why sometimes we even call you excellency, not because you are excellent yourself, but we expect you to do excellent things. If you surround yourself with the wrong people who will continue to worship you, very soon you get used to being worshipped, then you become a demigod and you become hostile to truth and you become attracted to flattery. The strength of character is very important, and power does not change people. Power reveals who you truly are or truly are. I've interacted with individuals even across this continent, men and women who mean well and they serve well. I was telling a friend of mine who is a senior politician in Kenya that one of the greatest hallmarks of a servant leader is that when he or she receives a letter from a citizen, he or she acknowledges the letter. And I've dealt with many African heads of state, and to their credit, quite a number of them, they will cause the letter to be acknowledged. In Kenya, which is my country, you write to leaders, they never respond. Never. Because there is arrogance, which is tragic. So what must one do when one gets into public office? Humility must never abandon you. I've had the opportunity myself of serving in public spaces in this country on 3 different occasions. And in my view, have never changed. I've always realized that power is temporal and that you only do your bit and leave. As William Shakespeare once said, all the world is but a stage. We have our comings and goings. If you remember that, you'll remember to always have humility as your shadow. Most African politicians, I'm very reluctant to use the word leaders when I make reference to most African politicians. They occupy positions of leadership, but they are not leaders, most of them. First of all, the intention with which they enter into leadership is the problem. They seek office because they love power and privilege and opportunity that it provides to them. They want to become wealthy. And the easiest and shortest avenue to wealth in Africa today is public office. With the minimum effort, you become a multi-millionaire. They go there in order to be worshipped. And they go there not to do the right thing. And once they have been in office, they do so many wrong things that it becomes dangerous for them to leave office. So their continued occupation of office is also to ensure that they enjoy immunity that comes with office. But when you are a good leader who does the right thing, you do not fear to leave office because nothing has changed. And I've seen leaders of that ilk in this part of the continent. And there are quite a number of sprinkling of leaders who have left office and are doing great things. Joachim Chissano in Mozambique. Ifike Pohamba in Botswana, people like my good friend Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, Ali Hassan Mwinyi in Tanzania, Benjamin William Mkapa, Joachim Chissano, as I've said, of Mozambique. These are people who have left office and nothing is happening to them because they are men and women of integrity. John Mahama of Ghana. There are quite a number of them now across the continent who do not fear being out of office, and they are doing great things once they leave office. But there are others who will never leave office, because the day they leave office,